In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can make a whip that's not expensive and you don't have to know a lot of different knots to make. So here's just a demonstration on how well it cracks. Alright, first you're going to need a PVC pipe. This is 1/2 inch and I'm using 10 inches. Alright, next you're going to need some ball chain or pull chain. I got this at Home Depot for $5 and you're going to need about 9 feet of it. Alright, now you're going to need 10 feet of braided nylon rope, and I'm going to be using 3/8 of an inch. Right here I just got some electrical tape. Alright, now you're going to need 12 feet of some 5mm rope, and this is going to be the core of your whip. You are going to need 2 rolls of athletic tape. Alright, so some other stuff you're going to need, not like stuff you're going to need to buy, but stuff you should probably have. A saw, you can use like a regular hand saw to get the PVC pipe. Measuring tape, measure out the length. This to cut the ball chain. This will be used to fuse the ropes. You're going to use this to make the thing at the very end. I'll tell you about that later. And some scissors to cut the rope. Alright, before I cut this, I'm going to lay a plastic bag out on top to make sure I get all of the little pieces that come off. So I got my bag out, now I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to measure this out to about 10 inches. Alright, so I got my 10-inch piece right here. I'll just move this. Okay, the next thing you're going to need to do is we are going to work on the ropes now. So set this aside. And let's get all the ropes out. Alright, here's what you need for this part. You're going to need your thick rope, medium, and the ball chain. And you're going to need some electrical tape. Alright, so now you have all your rope. Okay, this is 4.5 feet, 40 inches, 20 inches, 10 feet. 5 feet, this is 2 feet, and this is 1 foot. Alright, so now what you're going to do is fray your ropes. So it's about 3 or 4 inches long. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut. So I'll cut this one down to here. So the first part. For the second part, just a little bit more, and the last one you can leave it on all the way. You're going to do that for all 3 of these ropes. Alright, now I have all 3 of these ropes. I'll cut the same way, like with the, just cut like most of it off and then a little bit and then leave the rest on. That'll help taper the rope so it gets like slowly down to like a small point. So you're going to make a little point right here, and I'm going to attach these 2 ropes, but with this small cord, you're going to leave about that much out. Alright, you're going to take this, and you are going to get your electrical tape. Alright, that's one. Now I'm going to add 1 ball chain. You can only add this in any order you want to. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Alright, last rope here. Get it in there. Alright, now what you're going to need to do is you're going to take this side of your whip and you're just going to fully secure this with electrical tape, because we do not want this to come undone. Just like that. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your PVC pipe, you're going to push it through the end, and you're going to take this little string, and you're just going to pull on that, and you're going to push this in at the same time, because it'll fit nice and snugly right in there. So essentially, this is what you should have all the way down to here. This is what you should have. Alright, so now we're going to need the athletic tape. I'm using blue and black. Alright, to start off, I'm going to make my handle black and put some blue like every once in a while, kind of, so like a cool little color addition. So I'm just going to wrap the handle, and I'll get back to you when that's done. Alright, I forgot to explain this when I was recording my first video. Okay, so you're going to take your athletic tape, and you're going to wrap the handle, and then you're going to take your electrical tape, and you're going to tape the rope at the very end that comes out the other side of the handle, and you're just going to wrap that to the end, and you're just going to make it really tight so it won't come loose. And you're going to use some electrical tape at the other end to secure the rope so that make sure it doesn't like come out when it's really tight. And then you're going to take your athletic tape, and you're just going to wrap all the way down to the very end of the whip. And as you're doing that, you're going to grab the ropes, and you're going to twist them to make kind of like a spiral shape. So, I'll show you what that looks like, but I don't have any video footage, so I'll just show you what it looks like after I'm done with it. Alright guys, so we're almost done. So, here, I'll show you right here. As you can see, the whip, it's almost done. What I need to do is I'm going to add a whole nother layer of athletic tape to the end, and then we're going to attach the cracker to the very end. What I've done here is I've taped it right here, all the way down to the very end. And I'm just going to wrap this all the way to the end, and I'll get back to you right when I finish that. Alright, so I'm just about done. I have some blue tape. I'm going to add some like finishing touches. So I can like put some like blue stripes on it maybe to make it look cooler. But right now I'm going to show you how to add the cracker, which is the thing at the very end, which gives it like that really loud sound that you'll hear. So, alright, so first thing you're going to need to do is fuse the end of this rope. Alright, there we go. Now you're going to get that twine that you have. Mine is right here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I got like 1 foot of this small twine. I'm going to cut that. Alright, so now I have 2 pieces of it. You can use 1 if you want, but I'm going to attach both of them to this. Alright, now we're going to try to tie. I don't know what kind of knot I'm going to tie. Alright, so right here you're going to take your twine, and you're going to tie it to the very end of your whip. Then, you're going to slowly wrap all the way back until you have about 10 wraps that goes all the way down. And you're going to bring it back up and tie it to the rope 2 more times. This will ensure that it stays on because it falls off very easily. And then you're going to do the same exact thing with your other strand if you want to, and do that to the same.
So that's one on.
The same way you did before.
Do the other one. Oops.
Alright, so we're pretty much done with the whip. Sorry if that was blurry. So I'll test this tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Okay, so first of all, if you go to the cracker down here, it just keeps falling off. This is probably the 7th one I've tied onto here. So you need to make sure this is really, really tight, because it'll just keep falling off. Second, I added some electrical tape right here because I was out of black tape, but you can probably need to reinforce this whole section all the way down. In fact, I would do the whole thing down 3 whole times because it kind of falls apart in some places. And this here's fallen off a couple times, but it stayed in for the most part. And it cracks pretty well, but it's not a professional whip. Like, this part can get caught up, and it can, like, it actually can tie a knot in it. Like, look right there. Look at all these knots from cracking the whip. So this is actually a really cool project. I really like doing this. And if you have any questions on how to do this, or just leave it in the comments and ask me how. And I'm gonna play the video you saw in the very beginning of the video on how I was cracking it. And I'll do one more of that, 2 videos of that, and then I'll show you how to crack it. I've gotten a little bit better at cracking this whip, so I'll show you. And that would hurt a lot to get hit by. It's my cat. So with the nunchuck, you're kind of going like this. Like this with it, and you should slam it down. So it'll look like this. And then you keep it this way. And the way I just did right there was, if you spun it, spin it really fast one direction, and then you switch directions at the same time, and that'll create a sonic boom really well. But don't hit your head, it hurts.